I will be completely transparent. I was very scared of the stereotypical like psych ward that I feel like the media can sometimes play out as being scary. So I didn't even know residential treatment was a thing. I didn't even know, the difference between outpatient and inpatient treatment. Like it was a whole world that I just had judgments about, but never really knew. So once I learned and like looked at their website and was reading, quotes that they had from prior patients and stories and the schedule of the day, I was like, oh wait, this actually seems like structure that would work for me because I am a very like organized, structured person. So I guess just it was a learning lesson for me because I was reading into the stigmas and random stuff you see online. But the truth is mental health care isn't as scary as it seems. Residential treatment that I experienced was living in a facility that is safe, that's monitored. You have a whole team of doctors, psychiatrists, neuropsych, like dietitians, everything accessible for you. And how our schedule was, it was like a lot of group therapies, but you also had one-on-ones. It was pretty small. There was only like maximum 16 people. There was like 8 beds on each side of the place. It was in a hospital, but once you entered it did feel, once you entered the residential like wing, it felt more like a home in a way. But I do remember the first thing I felt was safe. Like I was like, okay, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Granted, I can only speak from my own experience, but it was the structure that I needed, and it wasn't easy going from laying around all day to having a schedule, but I just am so grateful for the team I had that worked with me, because it was the first time I was open about things in my life that I was in a while, because I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. And I just opened up about everything. So residential treatment to me was the structure and like really like the education that I needed, because it wasn't about getting rid of my mental illnesses. I'm always going to have my mental illnesses. It's a part of me, but it was learning how to live with them. And like, I really learned how to do that in residential. And I'm so grateful, because I don't think that I would be where I am right now if I didn't go away for 2 months. That waiting period was hard. There was a lot of time for me to like sit on my phone and Google reviews of the place and people's lived experiences with it. And it's hard not to spiral and be afraid. I definitely was really scared. I didn't know if I was going to feel safe there, if I was going to feel okay. I had never been like out of state for any type of treatment, let alone going alone. So it was just, it was really scary. And it's like when I tried right now to think back to what I did in those 2 weeks, it is the biggest blur. Like I just was trying to live, and I would just go from my room to the couch. I wasn't seeing friends. I wasn't doing anything. I was missing birthdays. I remember one of my best friend's birthdays was during the week that I left. But I will say, just like, I'm very close with my family. I'm very fortunate for that. So phone calls with my brothers and living at home with my parents was what really helped me in those 2 weeks. I couldn't have done it alone.
But I'm very, very proud of Andrea, because to wait at home for 2 weeks, that a lot could have happened in that 2 weeks at home. She could have just said, "Hey, I'm good. Oh, don't worry about it." But she didn't, because I saw and I felt it from Andrea that she was ready. She had enough, and that's why I'm really, really proud. And I always say how courageous she was, and still is, because it truly is one day at a time.
Mm-hmm. Like I often say on my social media, like, it's okay if all you did today was, take a shower. Like that is such a win. Like little things, like for me in my toolkit now are like going for a walk, getting fresh air, taking a shower, laying with Scooby. Like it's like these little moments that I'm like, what's called for now? What do I need now? And that just is what helps me. I think we get lost in, like, society can get lost in thinking that there needs to be these huge steps. for healing, but sometimes it's just you got to get through the day the best you can.
You were so sad, and to see you now just chin up and just beautiful inside and out. And my message is there is hope, really. Just
But we grew up in a family that was very like, it's fine, it's fine. And now I think in our immediate family with my brothers, me, my dad, and you, we're a different family. Like, we're very much more vocal and open about how we're doing, all of us, which is really good.